What's an event in history that is so ridiculous it sounds fake?
Hannibal saved his army by tying torches to the horns of 5,000 cows and driving them one direction. The Romans thought they were the enemy army and converged on them, while Hannibal quietly snuck his 10,000-man force out of the valley by another route. The Germans and Russians once called a temporary, unofficial, ceasefire in World War I because of wolves invading the battlefield. They were displaced from their normal hunting grounds and looking for something to eat, which turned out to be local livestock, corpses, children, and unwary or incapacitated soldiers. It got so bad that everyone stopped shooting at each other for a while so they could hunt them down, proving once more that the threat of being eaten is stronger than any political ideal.
The 1904 Olympic Marathon in St. Louis. 32 athletes took part, but only 14 were able to finish. There was only one water station in the entire 26-mile course. The winner was later disqualified because they found out he drove half the race in his car. The new winner, the guy who came in second, had to be carried over the finish line by his trainers because they'd been dosing him the whole time with a strange mixture of strychnine, brandy, and egg whites. Several people almost died of internal injuries. Multiple runners stole things from passerby. Most people in the race weren't even Olympic-level athletes, just amateur runners, many of whom didn't even have to run a full marathon to qualify.
The Erfurt latrine disaster. The Erfurt latrine disaster occurred on July 26, 1184, when Henry VI, King of Germany, later Holy Roman Emperor, held a Haftag, informal assembly, in the Petersburg citadel in Erfurt. On the morning of 26 July, the combined weight of the assembled nobles caused the wooden second-story floor of the building to collapse and most of them fell through into the latrine cesspit below the ground floor, where about 60 of them drowned in liquid excrement.
That time Denmark and Canada, I think, had a war over an island. Every time a Navy vessel drove by they picked up the flag of the over nation, planted their own and left a bottle of alcohol. I heard it stopped not that long ago.
The guy who founded Scientology once engaged in a multi-day naval battle with a log. He would then go on to commit an act of war against Mexico.
When two perfectly working pistols failed to fire on U.S. President Andrew Jackson, who then beat his would-be assassin so badly that the presidential security detail had to pull him off to save the man's life. The Field of the Cloth of Gold, where an English king and a French one tried to outbling each other. The fact that two monkeys covered in gold leaf were far from the most ostentatious display is a good indication of how tasteful it was.
Stephen King was so obsessed with the song Mambo No. 5 that his wife threatened to divorce him.
Removed.
Deleted.
The Boston Molasses disaster.